Alright, so, to give a quick recap, I am doing a playthrough of Breath of the Wild Master Mode where my task is to go to randomly chosen locations in the game until I eventually do plot things and or beat the game. Boy howdy have plot things not gotten done yet. Think of it as a road trip where we made a few wrong turns and now we're stuck in the middle of Indiana with no idea where we are. I put around 20 hours into this playthrough so far, and even though I've gone all around the map by now, I have not gotten a single Divine Beast or major quest in the game advanced yet. Well, I guess I did technically talk to Impa, so that technically counts as main quest, but semantics. But I can tell you what I have done. I have far more Guardians than I ever did in my original playthrough of Breath of the Wild. I've accidentally gotten my horse killed at least once. I beat the Stalox in Hyrule Castle with literally no arrows to save my life. I brute forced my way through the Yuga clan hideout, and I somehow survived the Forgotten Temple, which is one of the last locations in the game you're supposed to go to, without taking any damage whatsoever. And these are just a few of the things that I've done in this run so far. It's been literally insane. And I've been doing all of this while trying my absolute best to maintain some semblance of sanity through all of this nonsense. But it doesn't help since it's Master Mode, the enemies are a level stronger and also regenerate health, which is fun. There are also golden variants of each enemy that replace the normal silver enemies, which makes literally every single combat in this game into a potentially lethal fight. There are also more enemies as well compared to the base game, which includes a white Lionel on the Great Plateau for some reason. It surely is a great time. I'm having a great time. So far I've only encountered golden Moblins and golden Resolve so far, but the game is far from running out of tricks up its sleeve, and there are still some surprises left to discover, much to my dismay. Now please enjoy the continuation of one man's quest to completely destroy the love that he has for probably one of his favorite games of all time in real time. Okay, so the first location for this leg of the random walk around Hyrule was Selmy Spawn. We're actually getting a sneak preview of what Breath of the Wild Pro Skater 2 is going to look like. I don't know whether that actually helps you pick up speed or not, though, too. I want to imagine that it does. However, Selmy wasn't all that impressed and didn't think that Link was really cut out for the whole surf life thing, which I guess is fair. What does shield surfing really mean to you? Shield surfing is life. Let's go, life? It's their whole life? That's your answer? Slipping, crashing, and falling over cliffs is no kind of a life for anybody, trust me, I know. If that's how you see things, you're in no shape to advance yet. Sorry, but I'll have to ask you to basic course again. I don't want to deal with this. So I decided to take Selmy's advice and not spend hours of my life on that one surfing minigame. Instead, I went to Pagos Woods in the Faron region. Boy, I really do hope that there's something more interesting than the Korok here. After that, it was Hayamiya Shrine, a shrine tucked away in the little northwest corner of the map, far away from literally any warp points that they had at that point. Oh, that is a major test of strength. That is all the way on the other side of the map. Cool, great. Back to Selmy Spot we go. Oh my god. Why? Just why? Now, despite this being a spot where the devs could easily have hidden a Lionel or something else horrible, instead it was just a Stalox. Thankfully for me, those Stalox don't have very good depth perception on account of the whole one-eye thing and all, so I was able to easily skirt around it and avoid fighting, only to be found out by some of his friends, who also showed up a minute later. You're a nerd. But then again, so am I. Don't ask me why I'm doing this, because, dear God, I don't have a good answer. The shrine itself honestly went relatively well, considering that I was significantly more well-equipped to deal with one of these guys this time than in previous times. I mean, hey, you do something long enough, eventually you get good at it. It's also just been a weird day, too, like, honestly, like, realistically, because I was playing Lethal Company earlier with some of my friends, and I was realistically supposed to be editing some of the other videos for this, and also doing other stuff too. And that didn't happen. It's just kind of one of those days. That's okay. Because there's always tomorrow. Nothing lost here. Yeah, tomorrow. Sure. Tomorrow. So the next place that RNG destined me to go to was Hatena Beach, which was weird because there was seemingly nothing there. Like, there was an enemy base, but it seemed abandoned with not an enemy around. This seems to be unique to Master Mode too, because there are actually enemies that do spawn there in the normal game. Maybe they just got bored and moved on? Who's to say, really? Anyways, I just grabbed another Korok and moved on from there. So after that, it was time to completely ruin an entire family's day. Specifically, it was time to ruin the days of the Hinnix brothers in the Rebella Wetlands, who literally did nothing to provoke Link except just existing. I'm not even gonna give him a chance to respond. Jesus Christ. Sorry, buddy. Nothing personal. Oh, I can get the chest from the other one, too. Shit. Oh, they really did design this very horribly well, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that was actually very much worth it. I'm kind of upset that I didn't manage to get that earlier. And so after definitely only using the minimum force required to defeat 2 Heinexes, it was time to continue the obligatory breach episode of the run by going to Cape Cressy. I stopped in Lurelin to grab more supplies and also grabbed another her container. Once again, this is definitely not a surprise tool that will hurt us later in the long run. Now, the monsters around Cape Cressy did not miss the memo apparently, but I made quick work of them and also stole their wallets as well. Man, is it just me, or does all of the stuff I do in this game sound really bad when I describe it out loud? Anyways, after having a mild existential crisis about that, I went to the desert to do a little sightseeing to look for the Westgaruda ruins. Oh god, I really can't fucking see a thing. That's gonna be wonderful. Truly just incredible gameplay right here. That's that little rock formation there. Okay, so... there's nothing here. Yeah, no, besides a singular Traveler's Claymore, there was literally nothing in these ruins. Oh, Tenko Island. Interesting. Ah, it's another major test of strength. So yeah, as mentioned earlier, the next location was Kosketa Shrine, which was another major test of strength, the second one I did in this recording session. Weirdly enough, this is the second recording session in this playthrough that had me take on 2 major tests of strength in a row. Also, fun fact, there are a total of 9 major tests of strength in the game. I've done about 5 of them at this point, which means I'm more than halfway through them. Boy, I really wish I could say that for other aspects of this game. Divine Beasts. Anyways, I pretty much cleared Kata Shrine with little to no difficulty, and after yet another major test of strength, the next location was Stalik Bridge, the bridge that runs across Goron City in the Elden region. And to my surprise, there was literally nothing there. Literally not even a Korok. All I got was this lousy participation location marker for quote-unquote finding the bridge. So after that brief stint in Eldin, it was time for me to go back to the desert once again for the Southern Oasis. Now I'll be honest, I forgot there was a Moldugo around here, but the game really wanted to make me remember that. Yeah, that's a oh, poor dogs, I'm sorry. Oh, bombers too, that's certainly helpful and on point. I see what you're saying, game. I don't appreciate though. I have not been here when the Vanapros is still active, which is weird. It's a weird timing thing, honestly. So after ignoring the game's repeated attempts to get me to fight a Moldugo, I went to Loch Lochaber, which is burned into my brain for being the first location that I encountered the Golden Lizalfos. After all, you can never forget your first time. Anyway, speaking of first times, remember how I vaguely foreshadowed in the beginning that the game had more absolute bullshit to throw at me? This is where I start to understand how badly things are about to go. I'm sorry, what kind of golden enemy is that thing? I am just too curious not to find out. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh dear. I can just imagine the words that I said coming back to haunt me. There are no golden Lynels, there are no golden Moblins, there are just golden Bokoblins. Okay, so I've come up with a strategy here. Oh, that's terrifying. I didn't realize that was something that I could do. Oh, I don't even know what's going on anymore, Jesus Christ. Oh god, that's dangerous. Okay. Don't play with that. Okay, so now with that out of the way, it turns out that the islands I was at were actually in the Linear Sea, apparently. So I decided to just amend my mistake and go to the Risk Peninsula, which is also not in the Akala Sea, but you know what, who cares? And the fun thing about this peninsula is that there's a shrine quest that you're supposed to do that involves carrying an orb to the center of the peninsula, which is easy enough, right? Well, they put a wide variety of enemies throughout the peninsula to make that task actual hell. And since, you guessed it, it's Master Mode, we have some golden enemies here as well. Which is probably as good a time as any to talk about how badly I screwed myself over here. You see, I knew that there's a hidden XP system in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom that determines the strength of the enemies that Link fights, but I had always assumed that the amount of XP that Link had was directly related to the amount of heart containers that you had, which is not the case at all. Instead, it's directly tied to combat encounters. Like most RPGs, Link gets a certain amount of XP every time he defeats an enemy. For example, killing a Golden Moblin would give you 40 points, whereas defeating Master Koga gives you 100 points. There are various thresholds in the game's code that tell the game to essentially upgrade a certain enemies. For example, the threshold for golden moblins is around 4,600 XP. To summarize, the more enemies that you fight, or the strong enemies that you fight, the harder the enemies become. And normally this number would likely scale with the amount of heart containers. As you explore the map and complete more shrines, you fight more monsters, etc. But for someone who has gone all throughout the map fighting enemies way above my weight class constantly, the strength of the enemies has scaled at a significantly faster rate than the amount of heart containers that I have. Which is lovely. They are so aggressive, Jesus Christ. You don't have any weapons though. Oh, what are you gonna do? Hit me? I'd like to see you try. Get back here, sir. Oh boy. That was one of them. Oh god. That hurts my soul. That hurts my soul deeply. God, no. Why would you do this to me? You know, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Goodbye. So, yeah, that was the thing that happened. Alright, so the next location I went to was Abona Forest, which I think I'm saying right? Abona Forest? Ebona Forest? I don't know. Anyways, Farash is here, and I tried to get her scale in order to complete that one quest in the Zonai Ruins. I have no errors. I just realized that now. I guess I'm gonna have to put a pin in that one for right now. In terms of actual, like, stuff, the Abona Forest was really kind of lacking. The entire Faerun region is just like a nebulous blob of enemies and things that want to kill you. And after that, it was time to warp back to Hatena Village to get the Hatena Tower, which is one of the few towers that I've actually gotten in the game so far. Unfortunately for me though, the game wasn't just going to let me make progress, at least not without a fight. So that's a bad time. That's a bad time. No thank you. Please don't. Fucking god. Right, this was a bit tricky. As far as I remember. Oh god, that's a gold one. That's a gold one. Just let me get to the tower, buddy. I promise I'll be out of your hair in a second. Oh yeah, nice. Now after that, it was time to go back to the Faerun region. You're gonna notice me saying that a lot, actually, to go to Shea Atto Shrine, which was honestly really fun. It involved a lot of the pre-tiers of the kingdom physics shenanigans in order to solve puzzles. Yeah, it does work. Okay. Interesting. Oh, come on. Yes! That was probably not the way that I intended to solve it, but that's how I did it. Now, after finishing that shrine exactly the way the developers intended, I was greeted by another visit from the friendly neighborhood lightning dragon, and it went fine. This is dangerous, though. This is so dangerous. I knew the risks going into this, and yet I did it anyways. This is a terrible angle. Wow, I'm really bad at this. Oh, she's going. She's just going. Okay, cool. That's fine, I guess. Bye. I think I can make this timing work in terms of the timing. Just kidding, never mind. Just kidding, cool. Right, I didn't waste 20 minutes of my life for doing nothing. Cool, that's great. The next location was Trono's Downfall, which is an appropriate name since it was definitely the downfall of the Black Canucks I had fought once before. And I gotta say, I really wish that I had better knowledge about the XP system back then, because I probably would have refrained from doing that if I knew more. After that, it was Order Akori, a place chock full of these guys, which are a pain to fight even in a normal playthrough with decent equipment. And thanks to Master Mode, these guys delay their beam attacks too, which is just... And even when I was able to take down one of them, another one of them just easily kill me and reset all three of them, which is just fantastic. So I pretty much just took the easy way out and chose to find a Korok instead of dying to Guardian lasers. Oh yeah, and speaking of Koroks in places they definitely shouldn't be, the next locations were Paulo Wastelands and Mount Grenay, respectively. I'd imagine that there were probably more interesting things to be found with Mount Grenay in particular, but I desperately needed weapon slots for this run. After that, it was Faerun. That's it, just Faerun. I love the specificity of the names in this. Which, surprisingly, I didn't actually go for Farash's scale this time. I mostly just was exploring the upper plateaus of the Faerun region and also found a Korok, which, like, fair enough. And then it was Retsim Forest, which is the forest right next to Hatena Village. You know, Retsim Forest is kind of like that bridge that I was talking about earlier, in that there wasn't really a whole lot going on, much to my disappointment. Although there were a lot of good cooking supplies, which is something, I guess. It's better than the bridge, that's for sure. Oh, so you know what else is something, though? Killing a Hinox in the dark. Here's what I will say. Even though I have overpowered weapons for this fight, it's still terrifying that you can actually see what you're fighting. Anyways, next up on the list was Lake Darman, a place in which there was definitely a magma talus that could definitely kill me in one shot, so I opted not to do that. And simply took the lazy/easy way out by just grabbing some. Also, Dinroll was here, and I immediately got distracted by that. Sorry, I'm gonna go hang out with the cool dragon. That's probably gonna set me on fire, but whatever. Sorry, but I can't talk right now. I got a train to catch. By a train, I mean dragon. Did I mention that I like the dragons in this game? So the next location was Dracosa River, which despite being part of one of the coolest areas of the game, doesn't really honestly have a lot going on in terms of treasure. At least nothing that was worth fighting a whole squadron of Lizalfos with shock arrows. Alright, so the next location was Coral Rime Shrine, a shrine that I honestly hadn't done before, even in my normal playthrough of Breath of the Wild, so it was always nice to kind of experience something new in the game that I've already put probably about 200 hours in by this point. Oh god, why did I do that? I almost screwed myself over there really badly. So after that I was Colma Garrison Ruins, which I'm incredibly disappointed that A, there was only a Korok here, and B, there was something significantly more interesting there if I actually bothered to take a look for more than 5 seconds, but whatever, that's besides the point. So transitioning over to the Farron region yet again, this time the location was Calera Lake. I tried to get Ferocious Scale a third time and actually succeeded. Third time's the charm, I guess. Ow. Oh my god, I'm going to die. Clearly, the lightning resistance actually does make a difference. Wow, who would have guessed? That's a talus. That is straight up. Oh no. What have I done? Why do I keep jumping off? Oh god. Do I have to fucking stand there and let it hit me? Alright. Nice. Surprisingly not as much damage as I thought it would do. Then it was time to go back to one of the most remote regions in the game, which is the Heber Northwest, where I found a literal diamond, as well as another Korok that should not be there under any circumstances. 318, which is the observation room. That at least is easy to get to. That's one of the first rooms that you can get to when it comes to Hyrule Castle. So I'm still going to need to stock up on supplies though, don't get me wrong. It's just like it's an easy place to get to. But it's something I'll need to storm from the front, and not the back. And just for shits and giggles, I can guarantee you that I'm going to do this actually. You have my word on this, try to beat the final boss. Just for shits and giggles. I promise you, if I don't, I'll eat my fucking hat that I don't have if I don't fight the final boss. Yes, so in my infinite hubris, I made the decision that I was going to try to fight the final boss of the game. However, I still needed to do a bit of a grocery run before heading to the castle, which included stopping in the various towns and completely buying every arrow in Hyrule, because I am absolutely going to need them. I also went back to Kemakasasa again and fought the Guardian in that shrine because I forgot that was something you can do if you really need Guardian weapons. Oh wow, that is actually very good. That's very helpful, wow. And so with my inventory stocked full of weapons, arrows, and food, it was finally time to take on Hyrule Castle. You know, probably for about the 15th time this playthrough. That's literally the place I need to go. Just gonna slightly worm my way up here, and then it should be fine. Oh, fucking more goop, why? This is why I didn't bother with this place, I don't think. God, I have to go all the way around. Ah, fucking... It might have just been better just to go to the fucking thing then. God damn it. Okay, fine. Oh, someone mad. Someone gonna throw a tantrum. Aw, that's so sad. Now, where are you going, sir? Hey, what the fuck? Seriously, game, what the fuck? Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. He's gone. He disappeared. He's just gone into the void. Cool. Oh god. That worked out somehow. Now it's the scary fight. All of these are scary, but you know what I mean. Oh, nice. That windup is always very scary. Attack up was 16. Okay, cool. Okay. If there is one hit that can kill me in one swing, that would be it. So after narrowly avoiding getting killed by a lot of the enemies in Hyrule Castle, it was time for me to undergo a major test of strength yet again in fighting the final boss. And honestly, it went pretty much as I expected. Oh god. For shits and giggles, let's fucking do this. It's so gross. Alright, time to destroy the boy in like 2 seconds. Again, bombers are helpful, and also so is a line of bow, which I have none of. Nice. Okay. Phase 2. The boss fight, they're not that hard. Thunderblade Cannon is only the worst one. This is gonna be tricky. Why does there always have to be tornadoes? Easy peasy. Water Blade is fun. Okay. Wait, do I have a quick shot bow? This is a quick shot bow. God damn it. Shit, fuck ass. There we go. Alright, and Fireball Cannon. Oh, the big boy is going to be difficult to deal with. Hang on. This is easy. I think Fireblade is the easiest one of the 4 of them. Okay. Holy crap. Alright, I might actually be able to do this. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. So we got 3 out of the 4 down. That's 4. I'm sorry, 3 out of the 4 down. This one is the tough one. Oh, I am so scared. Oh god. Okay. Definitely need the Thunderblade for this. Not that bad, actually. Second phase, okay. Now here's the tricky part. How am I actually doing this well? I shouldn't be doing this well. Why do I keep fucking this over? Oh, come on now, really? Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's why it's really bad. That's why this fight is really hard. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, wow, I got the wow, okay, that's surprising. Okay, god damn it. Okay, I said I was going to give myself one shot at that, and that was a good shot. That was a good chance, actually. Wow, I'm surprised that I did so well with that whole thing. Dear God. Okay. Am I still salty? Yes, I am. I'm upset. Whatever you want to say. I am salty. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, okay?